This guy said, yeah.
Like how
Okay,
T-Pain did it, right?
that is funny. All right. We got a lot. All right. Nerdsy, is you ready?
Ready.
Delpesh, is you ready?
What the? Whoa, computer doing some next type of stuff. Whoa.
Oh no. Oh no. What's going on over there?
I'm here.
Delpesh, are you sure you're frozen over there on my end?
I'm gonna
You're kind
be.
of
I don't know what's going
hello?
on with this thing today.
Earth to Delpesh. Earth to Delpesh.
Hold on. You should have my mic though, right?
Yeah, I see you talking, but like you're kind of off. You're off. You're frozen. You're just staring in the corner.
Okay, I should be back now.
Okay,
I
all
don't
right.
know what's happening today. It's like acting up.
Okay, all right. Let's start this again then. Nerdsy, is you ready?
I'm ready.
Delpesh, is you ready?
I should be ready now.
All right. Well, in a world where as soon as like, the man's mandates are, I guess, temporarily or maybe permanently off, and we're thinking that COVID is leaving, we have to worry about war. Good God, y'all. This is the vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got Delpesh in the building.
Yo, what's going on?
We got Nerd Z in the building.
Hey.
All right. There was this the last couple of days of Black History Month. Interesting, very interesting Black History Month. How are you guys doing? How are you guys keeping up? How are you guys doing?
I mean, I've been pretty good. Definitely getting work and reaching out and doing that stuff. But I can't lie. I was insulted the other day because
Oh,
someone wanted to, work with, myself, a black business, and they turned around and asked for the black
Uh,
card discount. I don't know you like that. Yeah, yeah. So that was disheartening. I was like, no, we're not doing this. I'm sorry. I cannot take your business if that is the case.
is
I
it a
cannot offer
come
you.
on, we're brothers, we're sisters.
Yeah, yeah. Give me that 50% discount.
they asked for
Ooh,
50?
50?
50? Jeez, I thought you said 10%.
Right? Just all right. But yes, other than
Five
that,
0%, slash it in
five,
half.
0. Yeah.
That's a little nutty, I'm not gonna lie. That's
That
Bold.
is kind of wild still.
Right.
That's bold. That's bold, confident to be like,
Right.
yeah, I want 50% off because of the
Right.
because we're black. Like,
You know.
that's
Mm,
wild.
yeah. But other than
That
that, I mean, like that kind of contributes to why, places and beings do not end up existing for long term because of business practices like that.
Delpesh, how are you doing? Delpesh, how are you doing? Hello? Earth to Delpesh? Delpesh, this is not the best time
That
for you
is
to freeze.
frozen.
I didn't want to end on that note. I did not want to end on that note. Delpesh? Delpesh?
Earth to
my
Delfish. I
computer is
think he
like,
was stunned by that one.
ooh, something's wrong here.
Oof.
Like
Well,
my driver keeps resetting. Shoot.
yikes.
Okay, let
Well,
me.
what do you want to do now? Do you want to start over? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna pass you the hose. And just give me a second.
But
Let
it's
me.
gonna cancel. It's gonna cancel the live. No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
'Cause you're
Well.
live.
No, because I can leave you. So to hold
Okay.
it down for. Oh yeah, I would because
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Because
what
I
do
don't
you
know what's
want to
going on right
do?
now. I was thinking like,
Do you want to
there's a.
do you want to recheck your driver and go back live? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna
All right.
clap it for
So
now, and then
yeah, cancel
we'll
this
come
live
back.
now then, and delete it off of YouTube, and then we'll go back.
We'll go back. Okay, hold on. Gonna leave this.
See how God works sometimes?
Ah! I see what he's doing still. See, he
Hold
left.
on.
He can come back.
So
Don't
it's still
worry.
live.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How's my day going?
Yeah,
I
how's your
mean, it's been going well. I mean, same old thing. Is it still recording though? Still
yeah,
recording?
it is.
Or is it just live? Okay.
Yeah, it's still live.
Okay. Okay. Well, my day's been going well. Well, not the greatest, but
Mm.
I don't know, yo. It's just one of those days, yo. It's just one of those days. It's like I feel like I need to do a lot more self-care in my life. That's what I'll say. I
I
do a
hear.
lot more self-care in my life, and I need to do that more. I gotta realize that I have a very bad temper,
Mm,
and I definitely gotta figure that out.
mm,
Other than that, things is going pretty okay. I guess I'm alive, so it's always good, right?
mm-hmm.
Um, but first thing I guess we could talk about, mask mandates. They're out of the picture. Well, for now.
Starting March 1st.
hmm Everybody's gonna be taking off their mask, free from the mask and all that stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
to be real with you, I don't have a problem leaving my mask on. To be real with you, I feel like I'm just stuck in the fact that
Oh,
no one knows who I am behind the mask.
you know
Like I
what?
just mind my business. I go into stores. Like I'm not really. I feel like I don't know how to small talk like that. Oh hey,
Anymore.
how's it going? Yeah, hi. Everything's good. Well, yeah. Bye now. Uh, when I was
I
going into Walmart, I get in, get out.
yes.
I don't mind. I'm not really. I'm used to wearing a mask now. So the only
Mm,
thing I can say is the issue is the breathing. That's it. How
mm.
about you when it comes to the mask? You want it off, don't you?
Take it all off. Take it off. Take me back to being comfortable and being able to see people's faces and being expressive and enjoying seeing a smile every now and then. Like, I want to go back to that because I'm a social being. As much as I
Mhm.
am quiet and I don't really talk much to people, I am a very social person and I enjoy being in the company of others and being able to see their faces. But yeah, take the masks off, especially if we're at a point where it's not affecting our well-being. If the masks are not really being protective gear as they were um meant to be,
What on
take it
earth
off.
happened there?
They've served their purpose and now it's time to get rid of them. Throw it away.
Well, I'm more concerned about the landfill of mass that's gonna deal with. I see mass rolling around the floor like it's
Trust,
tumbleweed most of the time. It's all
trust.
over the place, just rolling, just living life, just rolling all over the place.
Part,
So, I
part of
mean,
me feels like we just want to be like man landfill city man. The way that we use certain things.
yo, like, I was thinking maybe like I know we already went through the whole thing of mass not being like the best thing. They say it doesn't really stop COVID.
Mhm,
But I don't know. It's just one of those lives you just got to deal with, yo. I just learned to deal with it, and it's like
mhm,
it's not like if they say to put on a mask, you get in there. Okay, cool.
mhm,
Like I just do it. I'm not fighting. I'm not gonna fight. This is too long for me to fight for mask rights
mm,
when I don't even have like my own rights already. Like, come on now. Like I'm just, that's kind of just like let me just get what I need to get and get in and get
mhm.
out. You know what I mean? I'm not. I understand when it comes to like certain rights, but like I mean, I know they say, "Oh, that's where it starts," and I understand that too. But me, I'm kind of easygoing, so I just okay. Let me put a mask on, keep it
Mm.
going. It's not gonna stop me from. Well, it does stop you from getting groceries, but I'm gonna just get the groceries and
You know
call it a
what's
day.
you know what's funny or ironic? I've noticed, and I don't know, this is just me. I've noticed that persons who wear burqas have been less like apparent. Like you don't see people with like burqas anymore on the
What's a
streets.
burqa? I don't even know what a burqa is.
It's a face covering. So most times
Oh,
it's
okay.
women who are wearing the face covers that only shows
hmm
just their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people who practice the faith Islam. I haven't been seeing any of them during COVID. Mind you, I have been inside my house, but yes, haven't seen them outside anyways.
They've been kind of hiding out though. Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I'm not gonna say all that, but I
Hiding out,
feel
yeah.
like I've seen, but like I don't pay no mind because it's like, yo, everybody's wearing a mask. I don't really like. I
I mean,
don't
I'm
pay
saying that
mind.
in the sense of like, because they already are so used and well adapted to having face covering, that I was thinking that, oh, this is their arena. Hey, like, oh, y'all are catching up with us. You know, it was one of those. Like, they would be looking at us like, now you understand what we're dealing with.
I mean,
Right.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like I don't really ask like, you know, what the life is like, what your life like, you know, all that stuff. I just put on a mask. Like for me, it's just put on my mask and call it a day. That's it. Like that's just what it is for me. I don't really pay no mind to it.
As soon as you take it off, like become a target, and then you have people yelling up in your store, and then walking around all mad and thing. Like happened recently.
but this is the thing. Sometimes you're walking without a mask and no one will say anything because they don't even like. No one's paying any mind like that.
Yeah, people are probably more shocked at the fact that you're not wearing a mask, and they're like, "Oh shit, this is how that person looks." Like, and they keep it moving. Like,
they should have done a dating thing with like just the mask with mask and people try to get in to know each other, and then you know when it's take it off and it's like, ooh, you know. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I didn't know that's what your lower jaw looked like. You know what I mean?
There's an English show that does that though.
Oh, is there? I
From
don't
the
know.
feet up.
That's what it's called, from the feet up.
I don't know what it's called, but basically they start unveiling from different parts of your feet. Like from your feet, they unveil different parts of your body, all the way up to your face.
Yeah, I've seen that actually. Yeah,
wow, what a world of objectification.
So like, there'd be like 5 people behind the curtain, and then they'll show the feet, and then you eliminate one person, and it goes up, and you're like, okay, another person goes, then it goes up, so at the waistline now, then you're like, okay, eliminate, then it goes up by the chest, and you're just like, okay, her chest looks nice, her waist looks nice, okay, get rid of her, then it reveals the face, and you're like, oh.
That's not nice. That's not nice. Oh
no, but I've seen them end well though. Like they're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
But sometimes they just be nice. Oh, okay. Oh,
no.
Oh,
I forgot the important part. So as soon as you eliminate somebody, they walk from the curtain.
Yeah,
so
you can see them.
So when you see, you're just like, oh, I eliminated her. Oh,
that's. I mean, hey,
no.
that's an interesting show. There's some crazy shows. I remember one where it was like this guy on a lie detector test or something like that, and the more money you make, the crazier the questions got.
Oh shoot, okay.
So every time he's like, and he can't lie because if he lies, he loses the money. So the more it's like the man is just telling all the secrets just for the money, and his family's there just like, oh,
that's true. Yeah.
And the family, and the funny thing is, everybody was like, oh, everybody in the crowd's like, oh, damn, you did that. And then it's like, now you're at $10,000. Yay! And it's like, man, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Rough.
And the man's there like, yeah, 10,000. While his whole family is in shambles, finding out all the bad things he's done.
I think one episode I think it's viral, was a whole marriage got broken up.
The whole marriage mash up. By the time you went to 20,000, the families left the scene.
It was like it was like a blonde woman. She was wearing like a purple thing, and she kept lying to the guy, and the guy was just sitting there, just like,
ooh. He's hearing the horse. Ooh.
Especially if you're gonna be like being hooked up to a machine. Why lie?
It's terrible. Worse. It's terrible. You ever see more when the man is going off? It's like, we hooked him up to the lie detector test. It's like, the question was, did you cheat on the person with da-da-da-da-da?
So crazy.
He didn't even use the lie detector test. He just admitted he cheated with you with 10 people. Oh! oh, why are we going crazy? You know what I mean?
Everyone's going nuts. Like,
But yeah, that lie one was crazy. I seen that, I was like, yikes. Because it's like you'll see the man like, oh, I told the truth. But there's 10 G's or the third 20 G's, now they have 30 G's. It's like you cheated on someone's like, yes. Oh, you cheated on with more than 10 people, yes. Oh, like it just gets worse and worse. And the host is there with a smile. All right, you were at $10,000 while your life is in shambles.
shambles.
Well, getting rewarded for your.
I remember they asked the man, did you do stuff with a family member?
Oh,
Oh, it's just
whoa.
and the family's just there in the corner, stand up. You know, the camera pans, not like camera switches to the family at the bottom.
Not
This
camera
wife and
6.
the camera say, well, camera 6 with the name of the family's wife, and they're just looking at him like, that money's going straight to divorce. I'm taking half, so keep telling the truth. Keep telling the truth. I'm getting half.
But what? Just imagine if that was the setup, though. They said I'm only tell the truth just to get paid. Jeez, that was
I don't know.
It's
It's a terrible show because things just closed down. But speaking of closed down, it is unfortunate to say. Sad. It was a sad day because
it's so abrupt. Like,
it's a sad day. It was just a sad day as a whole because it's like it was on Paddy Day when the announcement was made. National Paddy Day, that announcement was made that the famous Randy's Paddy's was set to close yesterday. I don't know how long it's going to close for, but it was set to close. If you know about this Randy's Paddy's, orange yellow box, long lineups, patty, cocoa bread has been there for a very long time. Been there longer than a lot of places that were there, like the Blockbuster. A lot of things we saw come and go on Eglinton and Oakwood there. But Randy's Patty stayed there, the same, prevailed. Still one of the top patties of, I would say, the GTA, I would say, or of the world. I don't know. Next, I'm joking. But well, Toronto. So you know, biggest I don't know if it was an assumption. Allegedly, everything's all alleged on this podcast, so we'll leave it at that. Everything's alleged. And but apparently Drake himself, I guess, wrote in one of the comments that he wants to buy. He'll buy that right now. And I heard allegedly another person wanted to buy it as well.
I think we were saying earlier, the guy from Dragon's Den, I think.
Something like that. Allegedly, you know, my source is not the greatest, but for sure it was. We saw the Drake comments. We're not too sure if he said if he was going to buy the store or if he was going to buy patties from the store. Yeah. But at the same time, apparently they've been in discussion with, you know, I guess Drake's camp in order for Randy's Patties to, I don't know,
be saved,
relaunch or be saved or whatever it is. Shout out to everybody that went to go get a box of patties. I seen those lines. That line was bent up. It's a typical bend, but when it's going down the block, that shows a lot of supporters, and that's amazing. It's sad that it's like at that time.
It's one of those cases where like I read, it's not the lack of support. It's like the closing, a lot of things. Then open, close, open, gray area, and then like if you need like pounds on pounds of beef, chicken, flour, and you can't get it on time, then you're waiting, and then sometimes you'd be like, let's say you do like a batch, and then by like 4 o'clock you're like, yo, we only have like 1,000 patties left, and it's not enough, right? They said they ran into a lot of supply chain issues.
They said Metrolinx was an issue. COVID outbreak, COVID supply chain issues. The the owners, you know, getting older and all that stuff, and it all adds up. Everything adds up.
They got hit with everything, man.
Everything adds up, and it's understandable. It's just I don't mind. Here's the thing. I don't mind Drake opening Randy's patties and whatever. I don't mind it. I'm just very nervous. I hope things don't change, but I feel like things change sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's one of those things that sometimes when it comes to business, things are just gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Things are just gonna be different, maybe. And I don't know. Maybe everything will be the same. You know what I mean? I don't know. But sometimes the first thing that came to my mind when I heard Drake was buy Randy's patties is like OVO Randy's patties collection, like a OVO box with all the owls on the box, or the Randy's patties with one owl or something, but in the orange and white like design.
As soon as you said that, someone's working on that right now.
For like,
I will happen.
For like the box alone is probably like 30,000, or or something. If you buy, like, you know how the Justin Bieber had the Tim Biebs, and they resell like the box.
From what people say about those, they're very mid. But
they're super mid. They're super mid. They were super mid. Those Tim, dash it, box that. Let it roll. Let it roll, bro. I don't, birthday cake, sour cream glaze, top Timbits, no debating.
You don't put chocolate in the top one?
I mean, sure.
I mean, sure. Okay, you know what?
It's a close third. It's a close third. Very close third.
What?
Close third.
What?
Close third.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation.
I can live without it. I can live without it, but like, I can see a cocoa bun with the OVO owl stamped on it. You know, the branding of the OVO owl. You know what I mean? OVO, we're about the beef. You know what I mean? Wow. Something. I can see the marketing, and I feel like that's gonna bring a whole different clientele. You know what I mean? It's gonna bring a whole different clientele.
If they can secure that same spot too, because now that spot's gone,
but I wonder if it's gonna secure the spot. But the spot might get a little bit more cleaner. Guarantee you that. Could you imagine people trying to walk off with the OVO patties, OVO Randy's patties collab, and give me that? As soon as you cut the block, as soon as you hit that green pea parking in between the two barbershops, hey, you know what I mean? I'm joking.
I like how specific. I like how
I'm solely
Toronto this is. I love this.
I'm solely joking, but I hope Randy Patties reopen and they figured it out. I do believe that there's gonna be a battle of patties
from them closing down. Yeah,
you gotta go.
There is already a battle.
I'm hearing Tennells
is going on. Allen's.
I'm hearing Allen's.
Patty World.
Warden. Bathurst.
There's some unfortunate people that eat Patty King, which we are not eating Patty King.
My thing is this: it's crazy how everyone else is now trying to enter into the chat when Randy's is done.
Because they knew, because they knew they couldn't chat. No one could talk to Randy's. It's like the Giant is gone, and now everybody wants to be the Giant.
Everyone wants to be the
For example, when Vibes Cartel left, everybody jumped in that place. Everybody tried to jump in that place when Vibes Cartel left to be, I'm the king of dancehall. No, I'm the king of dancehall. is the king of dancehall. Like, everybody jumped in, try to reclaim that patty spot. You know what I mean? They want to be the patty man. You know what I mean?
The patty guy.
You know what I mean? So, I think, to be honest, I feel like people don't rate this patty, but you guys have to rate it because I feel like it's underrated. Okay. You ever heard of the blue and white box, Michidines?
Michidines.
It's a blue and white box. They have a blue and red block. They have a blue and red, white and red box too, and that's a spicy one. It's called
Michidine.
Michidines. Don't sleep. Michidine has been sponsored by churches. I don't know, sponsored, but that is one of the best pies I can have on a Sunday morning. I mean Sunday after church.
Girl.
This is me. I know Michidines. I know Randy's obviously because I live in
Where
the
are they
area.
located?
That's the thing. Like, okay, where are they at?
I know they're located. I know there's a shop. I think is it in Markham?
Mark.
But
Jeez.
I know they have one in Oakwood too.
I got
They have
instantly
a
tired.
bakery in Oakwood, like right on Oakwood there, but it's like hidden.
They have a bakery in Oakwood, but they have a
Yeah.
storefront in
I
Markham.
think they have another one in Markham. It's
Yes,
Michidines.
yeah. See, as soon as he said Markham, I
But
instantly
first
got
off, there's
tired.
black people in Markham, so all you guys need to stop.
Never
while
said
you're ahead.
no. Whoa, whoa,
Okay, you stop.
whoa.
I see you guys roll your heads like, no,
Hold the
damn it, not, no,
phone.
stop it, no.
Whoa.
No, not because of that. Because of distance.
It's
You know how far
called
Markham is?
distance. Yeah.
Oh, but
Like,
I said Oakwood's right there, so you could go to Oakwood.
wait,
You said
And
you said hidden
you
though.
said the
Like,
factory. Like, you didn't
I'm
say
not
the
saying that.
storefront.
Well, there's a storefront, I think, in Oakwood, I think. And plus, the way I see it, that patty has resilience. You can get a fresh box from any, like, I'm surprised that's not like franchise out. If Micheline's was in No Frills, it would sell. It would sell.
but frozen. I don't think frozen is the same.
I am telling you, if you have a toaster oven, it's gonna be better. Like, come on now. You
Hey,
guys still microwave your patties out here?
no. I mean,
All
we have
right, then.
fryers now,
All
right?
right,
It
okay.
depends. It
I
depends.
don't microwave my patty. I feel like that's an abomination now. No man past 18 should be microwaving patties.
I cannot.
Take your time and make time to put that in the oven or toaster oven.
My break is only 15 minutes. I don't have time to have it in the toaster. I need it now.
Right? You gotta leave beforehand just to heat it up. Okay, that's 20 minutes right there. That's 20 minutes.
James, I got 15 minutes.
You ain't got that time.
I walk in the break room. Someone's in the microwave already. So I'm like, oh
I
Lord.
remember I
Someone's in the
seen
toaster already.
someone came with the Patty King patties, individually wrapped in plastic.
Individually.
I said, "How dare you come in this room with this
Oh no.
and say that's not my gym? That's not my beef patties.
Yo, I don't know
That's
what kind
not
of
my
meat.
gym."
I don't know what kind of meat it uses, but it clearly is not animal origin. Clearly.
Grace have I feel like Grace probably knew Wagwan, because Grace has beef patties now. Grace probably knew that Randy's patties was probably close. I'm alleged.
Yo.
It's just very creepy how like Grace beef patty is a thing now. You ever see the Grace patties?
Just
I've
enter
not-
the patty.
Grace has a patties coming up, and they already have the juice on lockdown, sort of.
They got a lot on lockdown. What do you mean?
I know, juice. I know they have a lot more lockdown.
Crackers.
Yeah, like
No, of course. I'm
beans.
not. Come on now. You know what I mean. But like, I'm just saying, like, as if now they're doing beef patties.
Grace patties. Hold on.
What happened to Mr. Gouda's, yo? You don't remember Mr. Gouda's stuff? Is he still around?
wow.
You know who Mr. Gouda's?
Mr. Gouda's? I don't.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Well, you probably, But anyway.
Oh my god, this is what the box looks like. Hold on.
But yeah, it's a patty-demic. Can I say that? Patty-demic? I'm joking.
Wow.
But
Okay.
shout out to Juicy Beef in Jamaica.
Well, it's more than just a patty demic, but
yeah, like I feel like that's the first patty I seen with the melted cheese in the patty in Jamaica. That is amazing.
Wait, what?
That is amazing. You ever see like in Jamaica they had juicy beef and they had like the cheese in the patty, like melted cheese in the patty. That is amazing.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to try different patties, like the kalu patties, the shrimp patties. I think I tried a shrimp patty before, but don't ever disrespect me with no Beyond Meat patties, Beyond Beef patties. I don't know. I don't know
that by yourself.
I mean that's for people that don't eat beef, and that's fine. But don't ever give this to me and say it's beef. No, it's not. It's Beyond Meat. It's Beyond Beef. It's Beyond Beef. Okay.
It's repeated twice. So just.
But other than that happening,
hold Well, just a
Well,
quick thing. I think this is what it looks like. This one, right?
I seen it in green, but yeah, something like that. And I kind of was just like, I mean, it looks like it has the flakes, but next you know, you pull it out the box, it's like, what the? You know what I mean? Beef patties have to flake up still. You know what I mean? Like they have to flake up. If you don't
That's
flake up, something's wrong.
what separates Randy's from a lot of people. I'm telling you.
It has to flake. The beef and the water ratio is a thing too. You know what I mean? The beef and the stew, the contents ratio. You know what I mean? There has to be like a certain ratio to that, where it's like, this is not like a soup pot. Like the filling is not supposed to run too crazy that you bun off your like here, bun off your leg. You ever eat some patty and it runs?
Mm-hmm.
And like your tongue is not even ready for the patty filling because it's already hot and it just fly, like it just roll like you know what I mean?
The hot lava just
yeah. You know what I mean?
If you go,
Mm-mm.
you have to do one of those like.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just say that. For everybody else, yeah, just I mean, let us know what your favorite patty places are, and you know, we'll see how it goes.
We will be judging too.
Yes, another take. We have 6buzz posted 6buzz. I think 6buzz TV or 6buzz backup or whatever. They posted this question, and it's like, would you rather? It's basically a would you rather. It's A is $1 million cash. B, 7,500 a month for the next 15 years. Or C, a perfect credit score for the rest of your life.
Now, okay, let me just jump to C a second. The perfect credit score. Hold on, I'm gonna say what is the perfect credit score?
So basically, a scammer.
Currently, wow.
It's 800.
I'm
800.
So I'm joking.
850.
Yeah.
850 is a perfect credit score
For life. So if you take option C.
Mm-hmm.
What if you got that good score and you got no money? It's useless.
I mean, that's like not having a credit card, not having no credit. So you start off with a perfect score, no? And it goes up or down?
Yeah.
So basically you're just doing everything no cash.
I mean, if you're black, they start you at 750. But now, now the option B.
Allegedly.
Option B, you have 7,500 a month. Which
I'll do that. For 15 years, I'm doing it. 7,500 a month?
Versus $1 million in cash.
A humble lifestyle. For 15 years, I make 7,500 a month.
The key part, see, they said 75, but they didn't say like 7,500 in cash or direct deposit.
Don't matter to me. I can work
direct,
with 7,500 a month.
7,500 a month. They'll tax that quick, so you get like 5 something.
I don't think they said taxes for any of the questions.
Oh no taxes, okay.
So I think it just doesn't matter. So because that means they'll tax the million too. So I think I just said no. I think they said just no taxes, right? So I'll go 7,500.
My answer, I'll go. Give me the mill right now. Entry money
in cash.
In cash. Give it.
I don't think I can handle a mill one shot. I can
flip that to 7 million right now. I can't tell you guys, but I can do it right now.
I thought about that, but I feel like I might just catch a heart attack just getting a mill. Like I don't think I can handle like $1 million. I feel like people think they're ready for $1 million, but don't know how to control $1 million. Like when you have a headspace that you have $1 million, I feel like as much as people say they're gonna save their money, I feel like you'll have the instinct of like, I can't lose. I have $1 million. You know what I mean? Like you hear about these horrible lottery stories, right?
I can't lose. That was funny.
You know what I mean? I have $1 million. And then your investment comes and it crashes, or
you know what's sad? You could buy one house in Toronto.
Or half of a house.
Half of a house. And you still may not even get it because like it'll be for like $1 million and then someone will pay 400,000 over. You're like, oh. That's, and then
with the bank's money.
Yeah. With the
right.
Yeah, right?
You just get undercutted. Just undercutted or overpriced. Like, well, it went up, so it's not a million anymore. So now you gotta work again.
That's why I'll be taking my million to the crypto streets and gonna hit that 7 mil. It'll be lovely.
And then it's just, but what if they decide, because now they could have froze accounts. They say, we're not getting nothing out of crypto. You want to pay us, the government where you live in? Froze it all. Freeze all is sitting there. Bitcoin, lock off. ETS, lock off. This coin, lock off. You need to put in a bank account to get it, right? Lock it off.
That's why you gotta put it in you
Like the
take your
wallet.
not only the wallet, but like, okay, this may be a sidebar segment, but it's finance. What you're supposed to really do, what people are supposed to do, is they're supposed to take the Bitcoin money instead of like buying like allegedly firearms, allegedly sex workers, allegedly sinister activities, cars, stuff like that. You figure out a way to like buy stocks with it. So let's say Bitcoin right now is like what, 20, hold on. Bitcoin right now is
It's a money. It's a lot.
50,000.
it's 50, yes. It's still 48 so $48,475. Yeah. So let's say 50,000. So you sell your Bitcoin or whatever, right? And then you sell, not sell. You get enough to where you buy, let me do 50,000 of Apple, or let me do 50,000 of Intel, AMD. Let me do 50,000 of GMC. Let me do 50,000 of, you don't hold on to it. You make sure you throw it into something that's more, I guess, tangible. And then that way, and obviously you diversify, right? So you'd have like 10,000 on this, 10,000 on this, and 10,000 on this. So you're not holding any coins, but you have mad stock. And then now you can look at different levels of like, okay, this stock is up. I'm gonna shave a little bit off, sell it, and then you know,
Mm.
as opposed to like you're holding onto the coin and then yeah,
Well,
trade it with actual stocks.
I'll stick to the 25 or 75 a month.
That's what
I'll
I'm gonna
stick to that.
take that 1 million,
Because
buy some Bitcoin, flip that, and flip it. What?
the 7,500 for me, I feel like I can live a very comfortable life with that. Like 7,500 a month, I could slowly build whatever I need to build, connect with my accountants, pay
Yeah,
some bills every month, organize my like finances. I could use it. I could just do little by little and then start compounding everything.
yeah.
Okay, this check, I'm gonna throw it into this. This check, I'm gonna throw it into that. And just actually watch the growth on different things I put it in.
Let me
That's
see
how
what
I
your
see it.
let me see what your answer.
Oh, B, 75.
75?
You make more in the long run of what you would
Right.
get. So you'd actually walk away with $1,350,000 at the end of the 15 years. But if you know the right vehicles to put it in, right? Say, for
You
example,
made
you have an
more.
account that's making 10%, you'll make more. So that's my thing.
See, actually, you just said something that you emphasized. 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm thinking of now is like I take the million now because if something happens, I can be like boom, as opposed to like I'm at year 7
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, oh,
If only.
if only, right?
But I mean, like after a year of getting like 7,500, you make 90,000. That's basically
Right.
100,000.
Right.
So your first 100,000 in the first year, like you're not too far off. It's everything seems a little bit more achievable because after 10 years, yeah, you get the $1 million now. But if you have the $1 million, I know we're not putting taxes in it, right? But say, for example, you have to actually put the taxes in it. That $1 million comes down to 499,000. So
Mm-hmm. And let's say you decide to invest 2,000 every month or 3,000 every month.
yeah.
It might not even be 90,000 you get a return. You probably get return even more.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I don't know if you go to your investors in your bank and you say, listen, I have this much every month, to invest, they might just find the right things to invest it in. Or
Yeah.
if you do the research, you would have the time to do the research. You know what I mean?
Plus, they say that you really only need 35,000. Once you make your first 35,000, that makes you 100,000, and then from 100,000, it makes you 1,000,000.
And then
So
just compound. You know what I mean? And I don't mind just having, like, for me, I'm not gonna be running around. And plus, that's like I don't want nobody to know I made a mill, because that's when doors start knocking. And it's not that I won't help. It's just I think I'll help too much and lose it all. So at least when I can do the 7,500, I can do like a paper trail and like get it together and figure it out. You know what I mean?
but I totally understand the 1,000,000, and hands down. But it's 1,000,000 cash.
That's
That's
what I'm
the thing.
saying.
It's
Yeah.
1,000,000 in cash. You would have to. That's the other thing. You would have to deposit that in $10,000 limits, so you wouldn't get flagged.
Or someone hits you with a lick. What if you're the new lick? This guy said, "Look, this guy got $1 million,
Yeah.
and he's putting it in $10,000 every 2-3 months or whatever." And they find that out, they just have to catch you the one time.
Be like, where is this money coming from?
Like
Yeah.
I remember hearing situations where when people win the lottery,
Yeah.
they get letters the same time saying, "Yo, you gotta pay us, so we know where your family's at, we know where everybody's at." You know what I
That's
mean? So it's kind of just, it's rough. It's a rough situation.
I was gonna say I'll take the whole million and just shoebox it. That's right, you heard me.
But if someone takes a shoebox, what if that lucky man decides to go in your crib and take the one shoebox that has the bill?
I mean,
Just chuck it up to the game.
I mean, you would just have to deposit the 10,000 every month, like for the next 12 months.
And that's the thing.
By the time you've only put away 120,000, though.
Because then you won't get taxed as much.
Yeah.
So you take the cash and you just slowly
Put it in.
I don't know. Maybe you'll have enough money to learn. Like you just have to figure out a way not to pay taxes.
There are ways. There are very much many ways, as people like to use this catchphrase. Look on Google. Check on Google. There are many ways, but of course, I feel you have to just know the right people who know and understand the stuff and can pass on the correct information. Provide those right messages.
for to set your ass up.
Right.
For to set you up. Tax evasion. So you're not going nowhere. You owe 1 million. I owe 1 million.
Don't care.
No,
man. There are things, especially if you know who, you got to think of it. You got to read the rules of who the game master is from the game master. So if it's the government, those are the people.
You said game master, right? Game master.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got to read the rule book from the game master.
I was confused a little bit. I was like, wait,
game
what?
master?
Sorry. I was like, huh?
Master of the games? What?
Yes, master of games, master of ceremonies. Yes.
Okay. All right.
See, guys, you don't understand. I know the game master, okay?
I was like, huh? What?
The game master provided me all the details. What's going down? I get to save all my money. It's like, what? No.
I was like, first off, I was like, there's a master. Like, I was like, what? That threw me a curveball. I'm sorry. My apologies.
I really zoomed in.
Yes, you gotta listen to the person who makes the game, like who makes the rules of the game. So,
yeah. Sorry about that.
What you heard, but
yeah, sorry. The next what was the next thing? Okay, wait a minute. If you're not under a rock, you would know about the whole thing that's going on with Russia and Ukraine. I guess it's it's a war. Russia rushed Ukraine. I don't know what their reasons are for it. I heard it like I heard Russia and Ukraine, I don't know, the tension stemmed from a long time. Like this stems from a long time and
How come for like 70
everybody's
years?
right. Like basically I like the amount of information I've listened and read and understanding like the NATO and all these little things. I'm like, okay. For me, there was a little bit of humor when I was looking at everybody's doing their speaking out about the situation. So you have America speaking out their situation like, oh, last year you had somebody there, or 2 years ago you had somebody there that was doing straight drone strikes because you guys did the same thing they did.
Okay.
And people are just, you know what I mean? It's like everybody's pointing a gun at, you know what I mean? And when you read the comments, then you go to Canada. Canada's like, yo, you want to talk about Ukraine? What's happening here? You know what I mean? And then the best comments section to me was Jamaica. Because when I went to Jamaica's comment section, it was like Andrew Holness. I guess he speaked about, the whole situation. And the comments, people are just like, yo, brother, mind your own business here. Leave people business alone. Okay. Everybody in that chat was just like, yo, leave people business alone. Leave people business and mind your own. People are like, Putin, I know me said that. You know what I mean? We in Jamaica don't have no problem with none of it. We're leaving you guys alone.
See,
I was just reading it,
they don't want no
finding
follow-up
that part.
problems.
As serious as the situation is, that part was funny when I seen it, but it's not funny at all. This whole situation that's happening.
Yeah.
I seen videos of the bombing, like the missiles flying. There's a man that like, yo, people are actually they're about that life out there. They're like they're just different. Like they move different out there. The man said, "I don't need help. I need ammo."
What? He didn't say he needed Jesus. He didn't say he needed God. He said, no, I need ammo.
I ain't playing no games. I'm here. I'm fighting for my country. And then you have all these other people saying they're gonna go fight. And I seen a video when a truck, a tank ran over a car. Like legit, the car was trying to speed off, and the truck tank just came.
Yo, what?
Just drove on top of it. But the person survived.
Oh,
the person survived. They pulled them out. But like, it's crazy because when you watch it, people are like, "Oh, look at da da da," and then you read the comments. Oh, he survived. There's another footage of them pulling it out. So I'm like, okay. I think right now, like for me, I don't know. It's just I'm hearing because based off what I've been doing the research, apparently a certain side, the closest side, I think is the east or the west side. I think it's the east side. It's like some of those guys in the Ukraine, like the east side of Ukraine, it's like they par more with the Russian side.
Oh, yeah.
Like for whatever reason, they par more with the Russian side. And the west side, they find Russia. Like it's this difference between the east versus west when it comes to Russia in itself. And I think at the same time, Russia was Ukraine at one point. Ukraine was Russia at one point, and then got their independence back. And then it's just a bunch of things. And then they had a whole ceasefire at one point in like 2014. But then that just scrambled out. They went back to fighting again. So it's like, for me, it's just everybody jumping in saying that we're gonna sanction the man's them, we're gonna lock off this, we're gonna lock off that, and then
Putin doesn't give a damn. He don't care about the sanction. Like
Putin sounds like he's the man that you want to sanction something. How about I just expose everything? Like, what do they? I don't know how this works. I don't know how this war works because, like I said, there's already a war on Wi-Fi.
As we stated last episode, yeah.
And I don't know what is gonna happen next. I don't
Like,
know what's gonna happen next.
oh, I was gonna play you this clip that we played earlier, just for the viewers watching out there. This is what this reporter said. I'm just gonna play it now.
Me, I'm sorry. It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles and his helicopters and his rockets.
And so, of course, I understand and respect the emotion. What you are outlining there is this tension between longer-term efforts to apply pressure to Vladimir Putin, such as financial sanctions, and the very immediate military threat which you're experiencing.
Which is basically, he's trending a little bit because I don't
The
know,
way he went about it,
it's how he specifically said,
called out certain things. Well,
yeah,
it, interesting, but I don't even understand. I don't understand his. I don't understand because I even seen footage that where I guess they're sending people off in train to go to other
to the
whatever's around,
to
whatever.
Poland,
Yeah, and black people are not allowed on the train. They're like
the Africans,
saying, nah, they can't get on the train. And in my head, I'm just like,
stranded. Some of them got stranded, yeah, which is
it's sad. It's sad. But then, like, I remember, I think it was Putin that said some crazy stuff.
wait, what do you say? Like,
I don't remember exactly, so I'm gonna be careful. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna but like, what if? Just what if? Because I don't know if they're coming to kill everybody or whatever. What if they come and they see this happen and they know this is happening and they say, okay, you guys are black, just
step
like
aside.
step aside. You know what I mean? I don't know how this works. I don't know how war. I guess all is fair in war, but like, what's kind of weird.
What's interesting is in the movie Dead Presidents with Lorenz Tate, Chris Tucker, Bukim, Keith David, all the good actors. There's a scene where he was at Vietnam War, right? And as soon as they entered the jungle, you can hear on like the announcements because they had in guerrilla warfare they have like wiring hidden everywhere. It's piled on dirt, it's piled on vines, all that.
Right.
But they had a megaphone where it was like I think like a captain was saying like, "Black man, go home. This is not your war.
This is not your war." Yeah.
And I found that scene interesting because
it was in Five Bloods too. If you watch the Five Bloods, it had the same type of thing. Because you watch Five Bloods, because Five Bloods, basically the whole thing about Five Bloods is, Black Army convoy. They planted some gold, or like some gold or whatever in, I think Vietnam?
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, they plant in Vietnam, and they're the only one that knows the coordinates. So they go there in like a forest to find it, and then people are like, "Oh, okay, they know where it is," and then it's like, "Okay, they know where it is." So some people have certain plans, some people don't. At the same time as they go there, some people have the PTSD of war
because of the environment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna spoil the whole movie, but it's an amazing movie. But
regarding those two movies, I found that interesting. They're like, nah, step aside. This ain't really.
So then they need to step aside.
Well, I don't know if that's how it's gonna be for Russia. I don't know how. I don't know. Hey, I don't know what. It's sad.
I don't know if the Africans are. I mean, right now there's I think their number one worry is like, hey, I don't want to be stranded. Like I'm like
I want to be safe.
I want to be safe, right? But
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how people operate out there. I haven't. That's a different type of, I guess, democracy or lifestyle.
You cannot pay me to be there. I'll tell you that. That cold weather, no way.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. But also, what were we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about drill music. That's where we're gonna go and talk about like the goods, the bads, and the ugly. We're gonna talk about music as a whole and the responsibility when it comes to music of the DJs and all these other things. We got into a heated debate before. We've kind of worn out it, but you know, we're gonna bring it here because I said, you know, let's stop and let's put this to the pod. Now, I believe when it comes to drill music and the contents and certain things, when it comes to this type of music, we all know what drill music is, or Toronto drill, Chicago drill. As good as things may sound, there's a lot of undertones when it comes to disrespecting certain people's dead friends or dead compadres from opposite gangs. And I know it happens in hip hop as well, but I feel like when you decide as a DJ or whatever to play these songs in certain areas, you got to be prepared for the repercussions of these things. I don't think there's a neutral ground. I don't believe so. Nerdsy begs to differ. Care to explain?
I believe that the onus on the DJ is not, it's not their responsibility. Your job is to play music and entertain a crowd. That is your job first and foremost. You're, by playing, or as stating before, that means that you are now engaging in a political warfare that is not a part of your job. So that is how I feel. If organizers decide to bring you on into playing a set, or whoever is the organizer hosting the event, and they know that this is the type of genre of music that you play, the onus and the accountability should not be on the head of the DJ. It should be on the organizer, because they are aware of what type of music you play. So they're the setups.
Me personally, I understand what you're saying on that aspect, but we got to keep in mind that when it comes, the power of music, it, you know, they say when it hits, it feels no pain. But when the music is made to hit, it does the damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to songs, specifically drill, when it's dissing dead people, not people that are alive that I can respond, dead people. Someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's family member, someone's best friend. And you decide to be a part of that environment. Yeah, I get it. It's to entertain. But hey, if there's certain undertones in it and you play it in an area where people won't find that entertaining, you gotta realize, first off, you might have to, you know, you might not be able to at the time being, but I mean, as a DJ, you should know how to like know the room you're in, know the room as a DJ, know what to play and what not to play.
She's saying,
but I mean, like, but what, to what extent are you reading the room? Are you really are you out there to scout out and see who's in the actual room to say, oh, I know that for example, the gangs, like, oh, I know that there's Crips in here, so I'm not gonna play any Crip music. Let's go through all my stuff. Geez, let's take out Snoop Dogg, or let's take out who, like, you know, like.
But my take is not, it's not the fact that, for me, it's not the fact. There's a difference between hip hop music, where it's
local
like
music,
and drill. Like, I'm smoking on this person, or I'm smoking on that person.
So this is what I'm saying. If you already know the music, like, I don't know the difference between hip hop and drill. To me, they're all the same. It is, hip hop has an umbrella, and then it has subgroups. So like trap, drill,
you got alternative.
There you go. All that stuff, lyrical, this and that. It's conscious a subgroup. You're not conscious, whatever the case is. It's a subgroup. You do not, you know that each genre or each subgroup has a particular way of conveying whatever it is of hip hop, right? So that's me looking at it from an art form perspective. I'm not looking at it from, because even in lyrical and conscious music has a lot of political undertones. You don't
Right.
see presidents trying to arrest people because of people trying to be advocates or activists within their music, right?
They have. They have.
Actually, they have
They
before.
have.
I get
They
you. I get
have.
what you're saying.
I get
But
what you're saying, but they have.
okay, so even more reasons. So it kind of makes it make sense where, like, for example, in New York, I believe it was New York, they had a whole law pressing against rappers who are making drill music and giving off information of all the people that they are smoking or all these other things, right? Smoking, because that's the term that's being used, right? As in, ending people's lives
Or
for better
just
life,
just
for better.
dissing the person that's dead, like the person dead you're smoking on this
Exactly,
dead person
exactly.
or whatever.
So if it is a criminal activity to do so, right? My thing is this has become an art form now. Okay. Why can't we just be in a room and just acknowledge the art form? I understand what the undertones and I understand the backstory and everything like that. But in a public space, it's not the time nor the place to go and have an issue or a tantrum because the DJ cannot read the room and should not be held accountable because of their inabilities to read the room. I don't think that's fair on the DJ.
You could say
They
that
are
to
doing
me,
their job.
but say that to the person that's in the room hearing a track
So you
that
shouldn't
is
go
dissing
outside.
their family member. That's not the point. That's not
You shouldn't go
it.
outside. If you're gonna
If
be
they're
triggered
hearing
like
a
that, you
track,
shouldn't go outside.
it's not. That's not the point.
You haven't
That is
grieved
not
yet.
the point.
You haven't
That
gone
is
through your
not the
7
point.
stages of grief.
That is not how it goes because things
But-
can trigger anything.
But I understand. But to a point where you're now going to be mass shooting and possibly hitting people that are not involved.
I'm
Does
not
that
saying.
make?
Well, I don't know. Hey, I don't know how shooting takes place, but if a man says, "Yo, go to the DJ, I want to punch out DJ because you're playing a song that you should know," and that's the thing. As a
that
DJ,
you should know. Why
hold
are we
on,
making
time out.
assumptions?
As a DJ, you should know. Like, I feel like if you're a musician or anything and you listen to music and you're a DJ that has to run through their sets, go through your music and listen to what you're playing, you should know what they're talking about. This ain't EDM where everything is run by a beat. If you're hearing someone say, "I'm smoking on that person," and you know that person is dead, and you decide to play that in an area where people are still paying their respect to that dead person, and something happens, you might have to face the repercussions
So you
for the
have
sake,
to know.
for your sake of entertainment.
So you have to know about every open wound that's happening.
You just might when you're playing a certain genre of music, like drill, where it's based off of that. Of course.
So then that's where the dead of your music starts. Because if you can't play that music in a public space, what you're saying in the accounts of the actual music is stuff that is going to trigger viewers, is going to be harmful for viewers, and is going to allow people to possibly get injured, whether they are affiliated or not. You have literally canceled your own music.
You got to keep things in mind, though. You got to keep things in mind. First thing, remember
public consumption.
Steve Shimazza called Terror Club Up. You can't perform that. They told them why they can't perform because they're literally tearing the club up.
Okay, but that still doesn't make it right. That's the point.
Right.
That's
but
the
if
point.
the music,
it's the fact that why should the DJ be held accountable for other people's actions that they are not affiliated?
I'm not saying the DJ should.
And we are giving allowance. That's the part.
I'm
giving an
saying that they
allowance to
shouldn't
people
play
to have their
something.
triggers.
I'm
openly
saying
display it like that.
I'm saying you shouldn't play certain tracks that cause certain things to happen.
But you would have to know. You have to know.
And as a DJ, DJs should know because they play the track. They don't just pick a random track and flush it. They listen to the songs they're playing. They have to know if it sounds good. They got to know if it works with everything. They got to know what they're saying because they're not going to play certain songs. They're not going to play everything. They're not going to. That's not what they do.
No. I'm not saying no. And I'm not. everything you're saying, I completely agree. A DJ should know their music catalog. Absolutely, hands down. They should know exactly what they are listening to and playing. They should know the genres. Absolutely correct. However, if I play a song that is gang affiliated and I don't know it's gang affiliated, I hear it because it's whatever and it's bumping. I hear it because maybe whoever is in my group of DJs plays it. So therefore, I take that song. Now I go to a space and I play. This DJ has no affiliation to gang or gang membership or whatever it is. They heard the song because it sounds good and it ties in with the category of music or genre of music that they play. You are then saying it is a-okay if they get hired at the space that someone should come and threaten their life, and it's okay for them to be threatened because they didn't know, even though, but they should know, because we're making the assumptions that these people should also know what area they're playing in, should have a record check, because then now that sounds like the ops. That sounds like you're really with the cops at that point. You're going to run and profile. You're going to see who you're dealing with, who's in the neighborhood, see if anybody is actually popping off. When you're a DJ, you're not the FBI, you're not an investigator, you're not a cop, you're a DJ.
Can you say that to the gang member in the room?
I mean, my argument is you shouldn't be going to parties starting stuff anyways.
Of course not.
It.
Of course not. Of course not.
The
But
genesis
if,
of it, like,
of course not. But if you're in a certain area and you're playing certain songs in certain area, you got to read your room. You got to read your room.
But that's what I'm saying. Only people who are reading rooms have been in those rooms in the first place.
yeah. Basically, from what I'm hearing, both sides. Z's argument is a DJ that doesn't know.
Yeah.
But James' argument is more like, no, you should know. But it's like,
you should know. But if I've never been there, how would I know? You're basically telling somebody who is ignorant of and has never had any experience, you should know.
I feel like when you're getting paid to do something, you should have some type of due diligence on certain things.
Yeah, but
especially if you know you're doing it in the hood. Like if you're DJing in the hood, like you gotta know what you're doing.
For the hood. And that's also
areas,
another way of continuing to perpetuate. But that's also another way of perpetuating a stereotype too. Can we not think that people, why do we always assume that the hood is also really gonna pop off? How many hoods do we know and things don't happen?
There's a lot. There's a lot of hoods.
Like, that's what I'm saying. How many cookouts did I go to in certain spaces in Toronto that were known for certain things? I went to many cookouts and nothing went off. So many.
Are they playing trap drill music at a cookout?
Well, maybe.
Both parties?
Because I don't know what drill is. Like, and if it was very catchy, and I was like, "Ooh, that's really nice. I like that song." Like, what do you want from me? I don't know Mimi. I don't know Jonathan. Like, what do you want? It was catchy.
I don't know, there shouldn't be conflict in the first place.
I'm going based off experience. Of course, I would love to hear every music and nothing happened at the end of the night or nothing happened. Of course.
Well, that's what it should be.
Of course, that's what it should be. But the simple fact, the harsh reality is it's not. It's not. It's not.
So then. So it's not really the DJ.
But it goes back to that.
And I get that. And since that it's not, I feel like the DJ, if he wants to have parties that represent everybody coming to a party to have a good time, you got to think about what you're playing. If a shooting happens at your party, you can't tell me it doesn't affect your dollars as a DJ.
Bruh, no offense to this artist, but Shmurda's song wasn't the greatest in the sense of non-violence.
That wasn't an op song, though. Hot Nigga's not an op song.
Any song that has any type of shooting, killing, any type of engagement of violence, any type of telling about your firearms, number of firearms, we don't know.
I'm not saying those tracks.
Off that same premise, right? Off the same premise, we should assume that whatever gat that he's holding or whatever display or speaking about anything could be a way of coercion or a way of trying to bully someone to show someone, hey, this is what I got, so don't talk. Like the same energy that you're saying, that could still be, even though he may not be listing the deaths of who he smoked, may not be listing all these things. We don't know who he's trying
But
to
that makes the
what's the word?
difference. That
Starts with
makes the
I.
difference. That makes the
Intimidate.
difference.
We don't know who he's trying to intimidate, but it's the same thing. Because if he's intimidating somebody, and then someone, whoever it is, has this beef with let's say, Shmurda. And Shmurda says he's been holding out all these guns, whatever the case is, he has all this stuff that he can pop off with, right? The DJ comes and plays a song that whoever has that issue with Shmurda, the DJ plays the song. So what? Now the DJ is gonna get harassed because he played Shmurda, because Shmurda was the one who was there intimidating that same individual. Why should the DJ then be dealing with that? No, deal with your stuff off.
This is the part you're not
getting.
This is the part you're not getting though. For the Shmurda track, he didn't diss a dead person by name. When it comes to this drill music, hold on.
I said that.
No,
I said that.
Not. He's not.
I said that.
That's
I agree
where
with you. I agree with you.
But that's where the energy comes to play. That's that energy. When you're dissing someone's dead partner by name, that's where the frustration kicks in. That's where that energy that nobody wants in the party.
But you're not
that's
hearing
what happens.
You're not hearing. It's the same. It's no different from Drake when Drake was pulling out bars at Kanye. It's no different. The intimidation tactics are still there.
Still alive to respond.
I understand that, but I'm saying there are some things. How Drake went and delivered some of his bars, they were all subtle. We don't know half the story, right? But Kanye turned around and felt like, oh my gosh, I'm being attacked. But no one can see it because it's not in plain view. That's what I'm trying to say. Some things.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Some things, even though those ones are very explicit within the music, say for the music that is not explicit and it's subtle. And it's talking about somebody, but we don't know who they're talking about.
And let's say they happen to be there that night. And then
that's what I'm saying. But yet the DJ then now have to be like, is being harassed because
I'm not talking about the subtle. I'm not talking about subtle because I'm not talking about the subtle because hip hop is based off some subtle, based off some ratchet. But when you're calling someone's dead partner,
to me, it's
by
the same.
Name, it is not the same.
It is one and the same.
Totally not the same.
It is one and the same.
Totally not the same.
It is still the same.
Because at least, hold on.
Either which way.
Because at least when it comes to hip hop is always about who's the best, who's this and that. It's legit a clash most of the time when it comes to I am the top guy or
competition.
Yeah. Right. When you start dissing somebody that's dead already, can't respond, and you're insulting the crew by the dead person saying I'm smoking on a dead person, that's a different energy than going and dissing somebody on a track with a person that be able to respond. Drake's subtle things. Drake never said I killed that person or I'm smoking on Kanye. He never said those things. Those are bad things.
I understand that.
But
they are both. That's what I'm saying. I completely understand what you're saying, but you're missing the whole point of intimidation.
No one will never say don't play Drake because he said this about Kanye. Because he's not
he's not
killing. He's not.
You don't know that.
Well, a stan can, but a stan probably is. But when it comes to someone that lost somebody, and that's the thing, what you guys are not getting.
But you don't know that
lost somebody when someone is dead.
You don't know that
due to a certain gang.
You don't know that
gang makes a track.
You don't know that when Drake has his Western flows, you don't know that if Drake can be allowed to be played in any party in Western.
But on Western Road flows, he wasn't dissing anybody.
You don't know that.
The lyrics are there. He wasn't dissing anybody.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Back to the Shmurda thing.
But that's the thing.
Hold on. Shmurda was describing stuff that he was doing where was describing stuff where he was describing what he was basically describing his crimes, but
His crimes.
yeah, but
Okay, but if his crimes are involving
other
hurting
people
somebody
like yeah,
or
and then
intimidating somebody or threatening somebody,
yeah,
it is no different than explicitly saying it. It's just that now everybody knows who's involved in the conversation. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
It makes a
It's no
complete
difference.
difference. It makes, to me personally, that makes a complete difference. It does. Because when you're talking about someone's dead person, for me, that makes a complete difference. Because if you listen to Hot Nigga and know the lyrics, he didn't call out any gang member. He called out his own gang.
No, I know, but he was describing what he did to other
Describing the things he did, but he didn't say who he did it to.
Yeah.
Okay, but if he
That's
says
a
that
difference.
every day I wake up roasting, I roast it black. Yo, I see it and I leave a red streak. What does it matter?
Completely different.
It's not different. It's just that we don't know who is in the conversation. That's the only difference. If he says I wake up roasting black, that right there, whoever he roasted black knows the conversation. We as the viewers do not. Versus I roasted Bob's corner black every day. Bruh, now we know whose corner he was blasting. That's the only difference. But either way.
I'll just say it like this. I'll say it like this. When it comes to rap and it comes to even speaking, even just dialect and talking and certain things. When I'm going in a booth and I'm rapping something, I can say there's a difference between saying, oh, I hate people, da 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 da, I hate people, da 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 da, I hate people. And then there's a big difference in saying, I hate that person. There's a difference. So as much as someone's saying in a rap, oh, I killed this, da 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 da, I killed people, whatever, that is generic when it comes to hip hop because people say that, oh, I wear this more than everybody, or that's generic. But if I say I killed that person, that is direct and that is passionate. That can cause ruckus. You know what I mean? When someone is saying, oh, I've killed people, you can say that's a part of the art form. You could say this, you could say that to like null and void anything. You know what I mean? But if you say, I killed that person and that person's dead, that causes something.
So
you're taunting the whole situation.
So, when Tupac passed and Biggie released Long Kiss Goodnight, they looked at Biggie like, whoa, you're dissing a dead. Tupac can't respond. Because Long Kiss, even though in Long Kiss he didn't name him, he was naming how much time he went in jail, the tattoos on his body, the style of clothes he wears. But he didn't say his name. But everyone knew, if you're a tattoo, you know, yeah.
All right, well.
But they looked at him as like, Biggie, why are you dissing a dead person for? And the problem is, which one's my highest point tonight is, it's not so much, I won't even say the organizer or the DJ, it's the people that like...
The onus is on the individual, yeah.
Yeah, because what happened is, some of that was used as ammo to kill Biggie. We didn't, now, the inner audience knows it was about Pac, but the outer audience didn't know. They're just like, oh, this sounds nice, like da da da. But what happened is, Biggie gets killed, and yeah, because it was looked at as like Biggie's dissing a dead person, but he didn't say his name though. But we knew who it was. So it was the same response as, hell, if Biggie said his name on Long Kiss Goodnight in the beginning, would it have happened faster? I mean, I guess maybe, but it would have been the same response, right?
For me, I see it as like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I see it as if someone's saying, even that Biggie example, it was as much as you could say, yeah, as much as people, you know, don't know, and they're bumping, and they're like, they don't know. The lyrics that he used were kind of direct that, hey, he's talking about Pac.
But that's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's
That's a
direct.
subtle,
It's
but that's subtle.
but
your point.
people can still react to the fact that you're talking about Pac,
But
and it's a
that is my
dead
point.
person.
That is
It's
my
still a
point.
dead person.
But it's my point. Either which way, is the only difference is that one's explicit, the other one isn't. That's the only difference.
At the end of the day, if someone is saying I'm smoking on dead person,
Which Biggie
and the
subliminally
people get mad at the fact that you're playing a song like that because they know the person and they react a certain way, you can't blame people reacting for something like that. You
But
can't blame
how are
people.
you supposed to know people are still in a state of grievance?
People will always be in a state sometimes. You should just know better. You should just know better as a
But this is
DJ.
what I'm saying. How are
What you
you
mean?
to know? If I go in the suburbs and I play the same song that Kadeem just stated,
Long kiss
right?
goodnight. Yeah.
I'm
A
gonna put
kiss
like
goodnight.
this.
These
Mhm.
kids in the suburbs, they may not know because they're not affiliated. They have no connection, no reason, right? We're gonna use the profile stereotype situation here, right? These kids will not know. You take it to the hood now, a hood that is not anywhere affiliated with Biggie or Pac. Will they know? Maybe. But will they do anything? Maybe not. Now we go into a hood that has them, where say there's been sights and scenes of Tupac and or Biggie. Will the people react? We don't know.
I'm gonna say this. If the check is more important than you worrying about, hey, any repercussions for putting on a drill track or an oppie track, then the choice is yours. If that's what you want to do,
What?
you got to deal with the consequences of
No,
someone's past. Because as a
no,
DJ,
that is not
this is
dealing
this
with
is
the
this is
consequences
this
at
is why this
all.
is why
I
I
wouldn't
say
agree with
this.
that.
This is
That
why I
is not
say that.
dealing with the
This
consequences.
is why I
we
say
keep
this.
like,
This is why I say this. As a DJ, you could play anything. You could play anything. You don't have to play that song. You could play anything. If
okay.
if you're a DJ, you know how to play what you can play and whatever. But if you're being a play because you don't know why that song is entertaining, you should have done your diligence and realize you think right now where you have New York drill right now. People are playing New York drill. You have Talk Facts. You have If You Know, You Know. You have these tracks that are dissing dead people. You play that in a certain area, and you're not playing the right song, or you're playing the other person's song that people are not going to react. People are always going to react. People don't like Travis Scott right now. You still going to play Travis Scott in a party? No, for certain reasons. Just like, I don't know, but hey, that's just me. You're gonna have to deal with I feel like I know it's not right, but you just have to be careful about, like, hey, you want to get home at the end of the night, right? You got to be smart. That's how I see it, as being smart.
See,
There's
that
tension going on over
that is
here.
the type of
I'm not
stuff
gonna
that
put myself in a
nah.
situation where tension's over there. Why would I
See,
go over there?
that continues and perpetuates the violence. That
Okay.
type of thinking does. Because you know what? It shouldn't be on it's the music. If it's not supposed to be, don't create music like that. That's harmful. Period.
I
Because
would
it
say
shouldn't
just
be out
don't
there.
support it. But
It
as a
shouldn't be out
DJ,
there.
at the same time, DJ shouldn't support it. I know
Which
it's out there.
But
Things are
that's
gonna
the
be out
thing.
there, but DJ
But then
shouldn't
that's the
support it.
thing. There's so much violence in music, in hip hop. So are we saying that we shouldn't support any of it?
Well, I guess so.
it
Like,
seems that's
that's what
the
it seems like you're
Well, I guess
saying.
so. I guess so. I'm talking about drill though. When I talk about dead ops and dead people
Yeah, but we're
by
also talking
name,
about the subliminals as well, which was what my point was as well. Whether it's explicit, whether it's not, whether it's violent, whether it's a showcase of storytelling of violence, whether it is a portrayal of it, whether it is the art form of life being
but
portrayed as that. If
keep in
it's still
mind,
violent and destructive, why are we still going to put it out there? No,
keep in mind
take it out.
that same mayor, he didn't say I'm banning hip hop music. He didn't say I'm banning heavy metal. He said I want to ban drill. There's a difference. It's a subgroup.
What's funny is
And if a
heavy metal
DJ,
was facing that as well when heavy
right,
metal was rocking.
and
They're-
I'm talking about a DJ that knows the issues of these songs, knows the issues. You can't tell me you don't know, because there's a reason why you're playing the song. And you can't just be oblivious to, oh, it sounds good, especially nowadays. Especially now where you can find information, you read the comments, you hear the song, you hear people talk about the song. You got to do your due diligence. It's not like back in the day where you hear a song and then, you know, there's reports to the song, there's everything to it, to, like, you know what I mean, to know what this song is about. So to turn a blind eye and be like, oh, I'm just doing it for entertainment, well, that person is coming to slap you in your face for playing that track for the sake of his dead person. Who's wrong?
Gee, I'm gonna put a plot twist. Would the DJ have got hands put on him if he was white? I'm gonna lean on no.
I believe so, because that happened already. That has happened. That has happened for less than a pack, less than a smoking dead op situation. That has happened.
They put hands on a.
I seen DJs get laptop cracked mid track.
This guy said laptop cracked.
So again, so why should the DJ have to then be? So whether they are of the background of the people who they are serving or not, why should the DJ still have to be harassed or threatened because they do not know? No, they're not. That is not what they came to do.
I'm
Their
never
job
saying
is to
that.
play music.
I'm never saying the DJ. I'm not saying, okay, what I'm saying here is I'm not saying that the DJ should just get boxed up when they say play songs they don't like. I'm saying that the DJ should think about the songs they're playing when they put it out there.
But you're still making the assumption that they're supposed to go in there and profile people. You are encouraging profiling.
If you're in a certain hood,
you're in a certain area, you're asking DJs to be stereotypical and profile.
But that's basically what you do when you're reading a room, no?
No.
When you're reading the room, do you profile? That's a good question to ask, actually.
Okay. All right. I'll just leave it at that.
That's a good question.
I'll just leave it at that. We can wrap this up.
Before my computer does the next.
Yeah, because it seems like you're thinking about to mash up again. So, do you guys have any plugs?
Well, you can always find me at the Nerdz, TheNerdZZZ, and follow my photography page at ZZ.studio. Yeah, I'm always doing some photography gigs, so you can follow me there as well.
And oh man, Down the Jiro, DELNIJIRO, aka Captain Corners, aka Bring the Crowd with me everywhere I go, aka Grandpa Energy. Hey man, you can support me on Twitter, Instagram. You heard me, Grandpa Energy. Yeah man.
Grandpa Energy.
Grandpa Energy, man. You know, sometimes I don't know if it's something in my eyes. I think I have like a 500 yardish there, and then if I have to set the tone for something, it comes out, and I'll just say, people listen, and they be easygoing. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Grandpa Energy 2022.
They'll kill me. You can call me. That's right. You can find me Jay Hunterville on IG, Blue Pistols on Twitch, Blizzard Boys Cold's Pod out. I still gotta change my Instagram name. I don't know what to change it to, but I want to change it. I keep saying I'm gonna change it and I never change it because I don't know what to change it to. I might do one of those I am Jay Hunterville type things, or these face people like I am this. It's like, okay, we know who you are already. Was that Mitchadine King or something? I don't know. I'll figure something out. Content content. I need a booth. I need a booth. That's what I need. I need a booth. I'm gonna start doing some music. I'm gonna watch what I say in this music because I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to drill or do any of that
Not
stuff.
get canceled before you even get played. Yes.
No, I want DZ to play my song everywhere. I'm gonna be a pop artist. There
should be more pop rappers like Flow Rider. I support that.
Like Flow Rider is still sitting on Flow Rider, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, blah, you know what I mean? We need to, make some pop tracks and just bump it all day. You know what I mean?
If only you actually read the lyrics. But yes, continue.
Yeah, but it's usually about nose candy and stuff. I don't know what's worse, but if you have any questions or curse, send it to askthevent@gmail.com. We are on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, everything that we're not on, just let us know. We're not dropping all our stuff off of Spotify. People listen to us on Spotify, and plus it's like, if we drop ourselves out of Spotify, it's like, we're not getting a check yet. Like, there's a lot of things why we're still on Spotify. We all use Spotify still, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying we support everything they do, but that's a whole thing in itself that if you guys want us to discuss, we can. We're not, we're being honest here. We're not, the people that are super self-righteous. I cancel everything, and the next, behind closed door, they dropping N-words like crazy. That actually happened, with the Joe Rogan people. Anyway, that's a whole different story. Thank you guys for watching. This is The Vent, and we out. Please, do we still say wash your hands? Yeah, we still say wash your hands. Sorry.
Always.
Yeah, because the mandates. Yeah, even after the